Mind Your Health, Staying Well with RJ Keisha. I'm back again. It is our second episode, and we decided that we were going to come across to you every Monday and Friday. Start your week with Mind Your Health and go towards the close on a Friday with Mind Your Health, Staying Well. Well, we hope you are staying well, adding a little bit more quality to your life with maybe drawing, or you've taken on a new hobby like baking or dancing or reading or playing a musical instrument. We've seen a lot of that. So when you talk about adding something to your life, today we want to add a little bit of the beauty and the wonder of sound. I'm going to welcome our guest on our show today, somebody who's into sound. She uses that as her offering, as her gift to all the participants who come across and meet up with her. So she's sound and energy alchemist and meditation mentor. I'm going to welcome her in just a little while from now. So thank you for joining us in our second episode. Welcome. It is episode 2, and I promised that I was going to get you some really special guests. Well, this next person who's joining us and in episode 2 is somebody who I've known for an incredibly long time. She's somebody who's created events and created magic for many, many corporates all across the globe. And then she moved into a space that allowed her to bring in even more magic. Can I use that word again? But yes, even more of that into people's lives. And so from adding magic on a group level, she moved into allowing people to just enjoy spending time with themselves, enjoy the magic of sound, enjoy being still. So I'm truly happy to welcome into our space today somebody who is a sound and energy alchemist and a meditation mentor. It's wonderful to have Anoopama Lohana. Welcome. I want to say thank you so
Hi,
much for joining
thank
us here
you.
today. Well, Anoopama, at the very start, we've started this new offering, which is Mind Your Health. So when you think of those words, mind your health, and your offering to people, in what way are you really offering to to each individual to better their health?
So, firstly, a hi to everybody, and thank you, Keisha, for this lovely, lovely meeting up, a long overdue meeting up, even if in cyberspace. So, this title that you've chosen, Keish, is Mind Your Health. That says it all. You
It
see,
does.
yeah. So it's most of our existence. Forget health. Most of our existence is played out from our mind space, from our perceptions, from how we are responding. Unfortunately, we aren't responding, we are reacting to life. So health really, really begins in the gut. And you know, the mind and gut connect. So in the mind. So minding your health is really first about becoming aware of where your mind is running and how it's responding and how it's playing this course of life out.
So if I'm gonna now kind of throw the field open to you and ask you, Anupama, if you could use sound to better everybody who's listening and better their experience in life, what would you do? Just small nuggets, things that we can take back into our personal space and use every day on an ongoing basis.
Okay, so one of my favorites here is when we think of sound, when we're talking about sound, we're always thinking of an external stimuli, right? So you're
Yeah.
saying chant or a mantra or listening to sound or listening to music or playing music for a musician, right? We forget that first basic sound that is the basis of our life, of our existence, because of which we are. You want to Take a guess on what that sound is.
The first cry.
Your breath.
Wow, yes, yes, yes.
That is a nad. That is a subtle vibration, frequency, music playing constantly from the moment of conception. So, one of the first tools that I always like to share is meet your breath. How many times forget a day, in a week, do we even meet our breath, Keisha? We take our breath, that music, that sound that's playing and vibrating, and the reason for your vibrational signature on this planet. We forget to meet it. So one little cue that I give people, I share with people, I do it, is especially in today's time, when we are dealing with lockdown and so much of time and space available, you don't need to jump out of bed, right? We don't have the need to be bouncing around life. You have the privilege. Mother Earth has given us this time and space. So the first thing in the morning you do is when you wake up, you sit up and closing your eyes, allowing the eyes to close. Of course, you've just opened them, but just consciously closing them. Invite or personify your breath to come and stand before you. Invite your breath. Give it the form that you choose. A man, a child, a woman, young, middle-aged, wise, old soul, newborn baby. This will also resonate with your resonance of the day. Meet your breath. Look into the eyes of your breath standing before you and say hello, say a namaskara. Throw it a kiss and then invite that inhale in. Breathe deep down into your navel. And the breath pauses, naturally pauses, and then you exhale. Taking in all that love, all the healing, all the empowerment that breath has showered upon you, and get that first exhale out and meet the day. So that sound, that music, I think we can begin our journey of music with that, of sound with that. Just be with your breath for the next few days and see how the day gets empowered.
Lovely. That's amazing because, when you get up in the morning, anyways, you want to laze in bed and you want to take those couple of more minutes to just lie about. This is a fantastic kind of addition, saying laze a little bit more and spend a couple of moments with your breath. That's special. So I'm going to hold on to that. So that's one tool that I'm taking back with me. But when it comes to mind your health, and so you've given us breath as our first tool. It's actually also the first gift from life to us, right? To hold on to our awareness and hold on to sound. And so if
See, at a very physical, practical level, what are you doing when you're doing this, when you're in awareness of your breath? What you're doing is oxygenating all the hemispheres and lobes and cells of your brain. So your functionality, your clarity of thought, your vigor, your vibrance is dictated by that. Your endocrinal system is immediately tapped upon. So it's a very, very scientific, it's not just psychobabble, it's not just spiritual talk here. All these are inner technologies.
So you've given us one anchor moment, which is first in the morning when you get up, concentrate on your breath. What are other anchor moments that we can look at during the day to spend a moment with our breath?
Those who are into working out at all, I am, how sketchy I am there. But those who are into any kind of physical exercise, what the favorite term nowadays is core strength, right? What is core strength all about? It's breathing right. It's controlling and managing and harnessing breath. So whatever you're doing, especially now that we're doing so much of housework, so much of cleaning, so much of bending, picking up, it's very, very important to stay in the breath when you're doing something. You can really harm your body if you're not in awareness of breath. So even you can turn the whole day into a soft workout like this, is when you're bending down, you make sure your legs are a little apart, roughly shoulder distance apart, and you bend from the hip and you breathe from the core when you're bending down to pick up the vessel and bring it up. When you're diving into the fridge for something, you bend from the hip. When you're picking up the pail of water to mop or shifting the stuff around, you bend from the hip, not just crumble up. So you're exercising and protecting your back, and you are with your breath. You cannot do this unless you are centered in breath. Even without doing a pranayama or a kriya or a breath flow, you're doing it all day. And see the effects it'll have on you. The energy levels, your skin, your hair. These are very, everyday things that you see the benefits, you feel happy about. You're going to be more centered about, with everything.
And for all of us who are actually eating so much more right now, every
Yes.
meal is prepared with so much of care. Even if we lack a few resources in the house, you'll think of something else to replace it with. So I think, when we're going to get into a meal, we can concentrate on our breath. And when we are maybe getting out of our meal, in gratitude, before you pick up your plate, just just thanking the universe, thanking God for this offering, and if and concentrating on breath. So create your own anchor moments. 5 6 in
Yeah.
a day would be good.
Especially, yeah. Even the food aspect is so beautiful, because when you think of food as this body, okay, our body, the earth body that I am, that you are, that everybody is, we have simply borrowed from Mother Earth. Okay,
Yeah.
the same elements that Mother Earth is made of, we are made of the same elements. So the food that you're eating is the innate intelligence of Mother Earth to nourish you. Because I shared this with another friend yesterday, and I'll share it with you, Kisha. Is you take an apple, split it in half, you eat half, and I eat half. The same apple has the intelligence of the earth, that half the apple becomes Keisha, half the apple becomes me. So when you're eating and you are with breath, remember to thank the elements for converting themselves into you.
You've given us lots of food for thought, but when it comes to breath and starting out our day, having anchor moments right through the day, and just giving gratitude to food and to moments around, and especially this time with loved ones, I'm going to say a big thank you to you, Anupama. You've joined us, you've shared so selflessly. Well, you've joined us, and I hope that you're going to be taking breath a little more seriously, or a little more consciously. Yes, that's the word. Adding it to the start of your day, adding it to the end of your day, and adding it consciously to different points during your day. So eat consciously with a little bit more awareness to your breath, and whatever else that you can add breath to, the conscious part of breath, because breath is just something that just happens unconsciously. It's time now for us to bring a slightly more conscious aspect to it and be aware of where we're at and what we're doing. So you go ahead and have yourself a really lovely weekend with your loved ones, and well, join us on Monday for episode 3 of Mind Your Health, Staying Well with RJ Keisha.